Okay, let's start. So this is going to be a really relaxing session. I'd like to start on a chair, or at least if you're on the floor, then sit on something, just so that the knees are not, high and the back is rounded and the posture is at least you. So that's all. A chair or a little bit raised. So I want to do the shoulders and the arms and the upper back, bit of the neck. And then we're going to do a little bit of pranayama. Then we're going to lie down and do some stretches on the floor, and we're going to do a relaxation. Okay, so first of all, roll your shoulders up and back and down. Really big circles. If you feel restriction, if you're a tennis player or if you're had an operation and you don't feel that this is very round, another way of doing it is putting your hands onto your shoulders and drawing circles with your elbows. That might give you a little bit more freedom. Like that. And then go the other way. Ooh. Long way back and a long way forward. All right, and then put your arms down. And so we're going to do a stretch of the arm, shoulder blade, that kind of area, shoulder. So right arm straight, shoulder down, draw the arm across the body. It wants to bend there, but don't let it. I want a straight arm, and then take your left forearm above the elbow and lever it in. Oh my goodness. So if we were just to chuck our arm up and lever it in, it's bent. We haven't really figured out what to stretching. But by going slowly, carefully, the other goes there by itself. The rest is where you get the stretch. All right, now breathe. Think about your back ribs expanding and softening. And inhale. Think about the muscles in between the ribs, muscle muscles. And then exhale, softening. And breathe into the right side. Empty the lungs, exhale. Can you do that? Breathe into the right side. Just concentrate on the right side, expand there. Empty the lungs and exhale. All right, I'll put the arm down. Just do a little shoulder roll, just to say thank you. And then the other side, the left arm straight, shoulder down. Draw the arm across the body. Look at that, it wants to bend there. Don't go any further. Now you draw it in. Take the right forearm above the elbow, lever it in. Have you noticed what's happening with the shoulder? Is it trying to be an earring? Just try and keep the distance. Bring your shoulder and go here. Think about the shoulder blade behind you, drawing down the back. Fill up the lungs and then you breathe into the left side. Empty the lungs, and can you breathe with sound, that lovely Ujjaya, sound of the sea breathing. Inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Nice long inhalation, fill up the lungs. And empty the lungs, exhale. See where you're feeling the stretch, no matter how different to the other side. One more, inhale. Into your left side and then exhale. Put the arm down, just a little shoulder roll. And then we'll do the neck, and then we'll combine the two. So first of all, take your left hand up above you, over the head, and your fingers land just above your right ear. And just think about your left ear and your left shoulder, and just draw the left ear down towards the left shoulder. And just notice, this is a good one to do in front of the mirror. Just notice if you're avoiding the stretch. Just notice if your chin is lifting up. See if your gaze is up. See if you're avoiding. See if you're looking up at the ceiling. Try and keep your nose and your chin in the middle. All right, and then once you're there, fill up the lungs, empty the lungs. You don't need to pull, but just let your arm be floppy. Let your arm be heavy. And then can you take your right hand and drop it down behind your back? That's going to keep the right shoulder down. Keep that from lifting. Fill up the lungs. And empty the lungs. And so if I was doing a full class, everybody's head would be at a different angle. There would be some right hands. There would be some heads that are hardly moved. And yours is somewhere in the middle. Just breathe. Just feel that stretch. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. So tell your left arm be heavy, tell your right shoulder be heavy. One more like that. You leave the head there. Let your arms slide down. Shrug your shoulders up. Bring your head back into the middle. And then do a little shoulder. Shoulder. And then the other way. Brilliant. And then the other side, the left up, the right arm up. Over the head, onto the ear. So the fingers just land just above the left ear. And then ease, you wear your nose in the middle, your chin in the middle. Just ease your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs, till your right arm be heavy. Ready to pull, there's no need for that. And then take your left hand and just drop it down behind your back. So just try and keep that and shoulder. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Your right arm be heavy, so your left shoulder be heavy. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Is one side easier than the other? It's long inhalation. And lovely long exhalation. All right, so just leave your head there, let the arms slip down, shrug your shoulders up, bring the head back into the middle. All right, and then do a little shoulder roll. And if you feel that you didn't quite get any of those postures, we're going to combine the two. So here we go, the right arm forward, shoulder down, arm straight, right across the body, and then lever it in. Okay, we've done this. We've done this. The stretch is on the right side, so you're going to drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. You're dropping your head away from the stretch. Just be easy, go gently. So if we know that the head can go all the way down there, go slowly, slowly, slowly. You might not want to, but you might find a sweet spot of stretch that you want to stay with. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. All right, so you're going to keep the head at that angle, but can you really slowly start taking your chin down towards the left shoulder? Really slowly. And again, you might find a spot, you might not get all the way there. For me, it's somewhere in between. I get a stretch all the way somewhere there. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. One more like that. Breathe into your back, expand the back ribs. Empty the lungs, exhale. All right, drop your arms, shrug your shoulders up. Then you bring the head back into the middle. You've got that lovely big sheet of trapezius muscle supporting your neck and bringing your head back up again. All right. And then the left arm and the shoulder down and the arm straight and draw it across the body. Because there by itself, draw it in. Oh, we've done that stretch. It's pretty nice. So the stretch is on the left side. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. Slowly, slowly. Right ear to right shoulder. Just notice as your chin gone up, as your nose gone up. You can keep your nose in the middle, the chin in the middle. And fill up the lungs. And also tell them that the left shoulder be heavy. You don't want it up at the ceiling, so no stretch is coming at all. And then here's what we're going to do. So you're going to keep the head at that angle, and you're going to slowly, slowly start turning the head so the chin goes down towards the right shoulder. Slowly, slowly. You might not get all the way there. For me, it's not much of a move. Then I start getting that stretch right way down the back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Different for all of us. Fill up the lungs, breathe into your back. Empty the lungs. One more like that. Inhale. And empty the lungs. Pretty nice. Drop your arms, shrug your shoulders. Bring the head back into the middle. Little shoulder roll. Lovely. So here's what I want to do. It's a little bit of a cat and cow pose. While we're sitting down, can you tuck your tailbone down? So it feels like you're falling back and pull your belly and pull the front ribs in and drop the chin. And then can you go the other way? So you're lifting your heart up and sticking your bottom out. That's the banana back. And can you go again? Really tuck your tailbone down, down, down. Round your back. Tuck your chin. And then go the other way. So you're sticking your bottom out, you've got a banana back, and you're sticking your chest up. One more time like that. Just round, 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 round. Pulling the belly in, pulling the chest in, chin on your chest. And then go up the other way. So you're really doing a banana back, bottom out, chest up, All right, we're going to add the arms, and so we're going to get a neck stretch in. But the reason I wanted to do that was because I don't want us tipping forward like that. I want us rounded, and so the head pretty much stays in the same line. Interlace the fingers and take the hands up. Stretch, nothing wrong with that, and that's like a banana back. All right, and tuck the tailbone, put the belly in, pull the chest in, put the chin on the chest. Interlace the fingers behind the head. And then just let the arms flop. Let the arms drop down to the floor. Sorry, the elbows drop down to the floor. You're not pulling, it's just heavy arms. Elbows drop down, and then go up again, reach up, inhale. Reach up, 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 up. Okay, touch your tailbone, the belly in, the chest in, chin on the chest. Interlace the fingers behind the head and just let the elbows just be heavy, drop down to the floor. Then go back up one more time, reach up. And you can feel your tailbone sticking up, and the chest is up, and the reaching up. And look up as well. All right, and then tailbone down, belly in, chest in. So you're really rounding, like a C shape. And then hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and just let the arms be heavy. You're not pulling, just heavy arms. All right, go back up to the ceiling, reach up. Reach up, 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 up. Take your arms out to a cactus. And bring your right elbow over your left elbow. And then some of us are going to stay like this with the backs of the hands together. And then some of us, that short hand, can come towards the nose, cross the face, and the fingers on the palm. One or the other. And then can you lift your elbows away from the chest, forward and away from the chest? And the hands go away from the chest. And you drop the head. So what this posture is doing, if you're very frustrated with it and your arm goes across, it's the first posture that we did. It's the first posture we did, just a little bit more. Elbows up, hands forward, drop the head. Maybe get a bit of extra neck stretch. Maybe get a bit of extra shoulder stretch, shoulder blade, arm, or a lumbar from the arm. Fill up the lungs, breathe into your back. Empty the lungs, exhale. And that whole arm is perpendicular to the floor. Reach the whole of the forearm forward a little bit more. Feel that stretch in your back. All right, and then drop your arms, shoulder roll. Other way. Lovely. And then up. Reach up. And then the arms out to cactus. You can show off your biceps, and then your left elbow over your right elbow. And then maybe the backs of the hands together. Maybe that's enough for you. Maybe your short hand can come towards your nose, cross your face, and the fingers on the palm. Maybe not. And then we don't want to be hunched like this. We don't want to be snatching. We don't want to be snatching. Lift up your elbows, take your hands forward, drop the head. Fill up the lungs, breathe into the back. Into the lungs. Lovely long, smooth breathing. Lovely ujjayi breathing. Sound of the sea breathing. Fill up the lungs and empty the lungs. Pretty nice. All right, and then release the arms, and then just do a little shoulder roll. I want you to feel comfortable. We're just going to do a little bit of pranayama, a little bit of breathing exercise. So I want you to sit comfortably. You know, I'll give you an example. So I'm feeling very comfortable, but the feet are a little bit too far down. That's a little bit better for me. If you're happy in cross-legged position, make sure you're upright and not slouching. Make sure it's not difficult. Just want an easy seated position. Okay. And if you can support your back, do that. All right, everybody inhale. Everybody exhale. Well, here's the other thing also about hands. You don't have to look like you're a meditator or a yogi. Have your hands where you feel comfortable. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to start counting. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Do it again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. I'm going to start holding at the top. Ready? Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and now exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now hold. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. And just inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. Let's just take a couple of breaths. And I'll tell you what we're going to do next, and then we'll get on the floor and do some stretches. So the next breathing exercise, we're going to hold at the top and hold at the bottom. If you feel it's too much for you, just take a breath and join in with the next one. Okay. Just take another 3 breaths. And let's begin. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Now let the breath go back to normal. One thing I want to do before we get down on the floor, we did a lot of bringing the arm this way. I want to try and open up the shoulder just a little bit, and we can do that with the back of the chair. We can do that with the hands on the table. We can do that with the hands on something. It's down on the wall as well. So it's the kind of downward facing dog. You can have the chair this way, or you can have the chair this way, or you can have something at any height or the wall like this. So this is what I want to do. Can you put your hands on the chair, on the wall, on the table, Sit back down. It's pretty much downward facing dog. That's what it is. And then just let your chest fall through. And your head falls through. Be nice about this. So you inhale as a little bit of a rise, you can feel the back ribs expanding, and then exhale, softening the chest down to the floor. And you inhale as a little bit of a lift, you come down to the open. Exhale, soften. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Empty the lungs. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Nice, empty the lungs, exhale. So you can bend your knees, come up just a little bit. While we're here, let's do a hamstring stretch. That's never going to be bad. Bring your right foot forward and your left foot goes back. You might need to shuffle your distance away from your table and chair just a little bit. There's a couple here, let's do 3 here. Fill up the lung. Empty the lungs, exhale. Soften, the chest is falling through the arms, the head is falling through the arms. And then inhale a little bit up. Give yourself a break. Exhale, have another go. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Soften. Tempted to do more, but anyway, let's use it 3. Bend the right knee, push into the foot and come up. Come back, putting your belly against. Left foot forward and right foot down. Inhale. Here we go. Exhale. Soften. Drop the chest through the arms and the head through the arms. Inhale. A little bit lighter. Feel the rib cage expanding. That takes you up a tiny bit, and then exhale. You can drop a tiny bit. And fill up the lungs, inhale. And empty the lungs, exhale. All right, bend into the knee, push into the foot, pull the belly in, you can stand up. We're going to come down onto the floor now. So this is what I've got. I've got a bolster with me. That's kind of useful. And if you don't have a bolster, a couple of blocks or a couple of books, a dictionary and a Shakespeare. Do just fine with a cushion on top. All right. So can we have the bolster on the left side of the mat? And if you don't have a bolster, it doesn't matter. We usually do this posture with arms. We usually do it with arms. Lie on your back. Pull the right knee into the chest. Just feel the knee in towards the shoulders. So you inhale. Exhale. Squeeze it in. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Inhale is just about inhaling, it's just about gathering your energy, and then exhale, a little squeeze, that's where you do your effort. That's where you get a little bit of the extra, that's where you get your posture. All right, and can you take your left hand outside the right hand? You can even tuck your fingers underneath the pit of the knee. The right hand up to the side, up to 3 o'clock. And then your leg can come over, so if you've got a bolster there, maybe your instep lands on the bolster. Maybe the whole of the leg. For me, I take a couple of breaths to get there. Tell me about your right shoulder. Is it lifting up also? Can you just shuffle your torso to the left side of the mat? Fill up the lungs. And empty them. And for a full supported spinal twist, you can take your chin over to your right hand, over to your right shoulder. And then just the breathing. Inhale. Ribcage expands. Exhale, everything softens. Everything softens. Inhale, you can feel the rib cage expanding up to the ceiling. And even the right hand, the right knee underneath your left hand, that lifts a little bit. And then we've got exhalation, softening. And so just notice your inhalation, the direction of an inhalation is upwards. And the direction of the exhalation is downwards. All right, well, come on back onto your back and straighten the legs and put the bolster over on the other side. And pull the left knee into the chest. Let's do a couple of breaths here. You fill up the lungs. That's just an inhale. And then exhale. Squeeze the knee in. Squeeze. Your inhalation. That's your sympathetic nervous system. Let's get ready for action. Okay, gathering your energy, exhale. That's your parasympathetic nervous system. It's your rest and digest. That's your stretch. Inhale, gathering your energy. Exhale, you're telling the muscles in the hip joint, relax, relax, rest, rest, rest. Release a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. And let's turn it into a twist. So you take your right hand outside the left knee. If you tuck your fingers underneath the pit of the knee, that's pretty much the right place. Left hand out to the side, draw the leg across the bottom. And so maybe it's your instep that lands on the bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, the knee's just going to hang there. That's fine. It can use its own weight. It's fine. All right. And the left shoulder, is it lifting up? You could walk your torso over to the right side of the mat, to the knee side of the mat. And then you breathe here. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. And if you want to include the top of the spine, the chin goes all the way over to the left shoulder. And fill up the lungs and notice that lift, that upward direction of your inhalation. And exhale, notice that downward direction of the exhalation. And fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. And one more like that. Inhale. Ribcage expands up to the ceiling. The knee underneath your right hand up to the ceiling a little bit, and then exhale. Everything softens down to the floor. There. Pretty good. All right, and then come back up to center. So pull the knees into the chest. Do a little roll from side to side. Massage your back. And then if you stay in the middle and put your hands onto your shins, put over the knee and squeeze the knees in. It's like someone standing above you and pressing down on your shins. So you can feel your tailbone is lifted. And now roll from side to side. Your massage is further up the back now. A little bit higher than the lumbar spine, maybe. All right. Put your feet onto the floor and your knees up to the ceiling. And can you widen your feet a little bit? Your feet are quite close to the sitting bones. Just widen a little bit. And can you flatten your back? So you lift up your back ribs, move them up the mat. And so your pelvis tilts back and your back is flat on the floor. Now drop the knees to the left. Figure out which side is the left. Drop the knees over to the left. Stretching the right leg here. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Just notice one thing before we take this any further. As your ribcage rolled over a little bit, as your torso rolled over a little bit, you can lift up your back ribs and just shuffle a little bit over to the left side. Try to flatten the back as much as possible. Fill up the lungs. Just by doing that, that'll give you extra stretch. You're looking at the quad, or looking at the hip, maybe a bit of IT band. A tiny bit of glutes, which is medius. If you want to pick up your left foot and hook it onto the right knee, and then let the left leg be heavy, that adds weight. That suits some people, not others. Put your hands anywhere you're comfortable. Inhale. With your exhalation, tell your right leg relax, tell your right hip relax. You've got to talk to it, tell it to relax. And you inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Let your left leg be heavy if you're using the left leg. Fill up the lungs and the front rib goes up to the ceiling. And then exhale, front ribs down to the back ribs down to the floor. And inhale. Do that again. Exhale, relax the lower back ribs. Relax the right leg, relax the left leg. Two more here. Inhale. To the lungs, exhale. Relax the right leg, relax the arch of your back. Lower back ribs at the arch of the back. And one more like that. Inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Relax the whole of the back and the right leg and the left. And then take the foot off and come back up. Think of a little massage. Knees into the chest, roll from side to side. All right, and then let's start again. Reset your feet. They're quite close to the sitting bones. They're a little bit wider than your hips. Reset the back. Can you lift up the back ribs and move them up the mat? And so you flatten your back. Now drop the knees over to the right. Over to the right. And the first thing you do is inhale. Exhale to the left leg. Relax. Come on, relax. Relax, relax. As your ribcage rolls over a little bit, you just try and flatten it. Just by doing that, I'll give you more stretch. All right, and if you want to pick up the right foot, hook it onto the left leg. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. So what have we got going on here? There's a bit of quad, there's a bit of IT band. I've got a bit of stretch in this corner of the hip. Gluteus and medius is going on there. But maybe this one goes into the small of the back. I'm hoping you're getting the stretch in the small of the back. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Exhale, you tell the right leg relax, the left leg relax. Fill up the lungs, ribcage goes up to the ceiling. Exhale, the front ribs drop down to the back ribs down to the floor. Relax the shoulders. Do that again, inhale. Exhale, relax the back ribs, relax the lower back ribs. Relax the left leg, relax the right leg. 2 more, inhale. Feel that lightness, that direction is up to the ceiling. Exhale, feel that heaviness, the direction is down to the floor. And relax the arch of the back, the abdomen and the arch of the back. And 1 more like that, inhale. Exhale. All right, and then take the foot off and come back up, knees into the chest. From side to side. And then we're going to stay in the middle. There's a slightly different massage of the back. Lower down to the pelvis. So you stick your knees together and you put your hands onto your knees and you draw a small circle. Small circle. So that's really just massaging around the pelvis. And then let's go the other way. All right. All important pigeon pose comes next. So you put your left foot down, your right foot is up. Bend at the knee and rotate and bring the outside edge of the foot. I think she calls this the blade of the foot, right in the middle of the left thigh. Right in the middle. If you've got your ankle on the left thigh, that just means your hip is avoiding the stretch. Okay, so that might be where you are just now, but this is what we're aiming for. And then is it possible to lift up the left leg? Is it possible to interlace the fingers? And if the answer is ever no, you get injury or something. Just put the foot on top of something and let that really lift and pull. Fill up the lungs, you inhale. Empty the lungs, relax your shoulders and your arms. Fill up the lungs and you inhale. Nice long breathing with all the postures and you exhale. Relax your shoulders and your arms, and can you feel your tailbone is a bit lifted? Can you think about dropping your tailbone, relaxing, sinking your tailbone down to the you inhale. Some people can keep their hands around the thighs, some people can go a little bit further forward and have their hands around the knee. Fill up the lungs, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. You know your inhalation is gathering energy, so sympathetic nervous system. And then your exhalation, that's your rest and digest. That's when your muscles say, oh, it's my turn now. Parasympathetic nervous system. Let go, let go, let go. Inhale. Exhale, relax your shoulders and the arms, relax your pelvis and your tailbone. And then 1 more like that, inhale. Into the lungs, exhale. Right, just put your left foot down, then your right foot up to the ceiling, just a bit of ankle rotation. So as if your big toe is a pencil, draw a circle on the ceiling. A nice slow, big round circle. And then go the other way. Other way. One way will be easier than the other. All right, and then put the foot down. Other side, left foot up, bend at the knee, outside edge of the foot on the right side. And lift up the right legs, and so maybe your foot goes onto a sofa or a chair or something. Maybe you can interlace the fingers around that way. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Slow inhalation. Exhale. So relax the shoulders and arms. If you pull, if that makes the right knee pull towards the shoulder a little bit more, you might feel the tailbone lifting. So with your next exhalation. Exhale, relax your shoulders and arms. And you think about your tailbone, you think about it melting, relaxing down to fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. You feel that glute stretch. Bit of glute, bit of hamstring. It's long inhalation. Lovely long exhalation. Right, one more for luck. All right, and put the right foot down and take the left foot up to the ceiling and do an ankle rotation. As if the big toe is a pencil, draw a circle on the ceiling. A round circle. And then go the other way. Pretty good. All right, feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling. So we've done the outside corner of the leg and the outside edge of the leg. Let's do the inner part. So your feet are on the floor, knees up to the ceiling, drop them right knee out to the side. Walk the foot up underneath the left side foot. And so your left hand can go and get the foot, but here's why. Not just to get the foot, to have the knee in the middle of the mat. So your knee is pointing straight forward. So if you lift up your head, look straight down at your knee. And you can already feel that stretch. You can feel it stretch a little bit more as we know if you flatten the back. So press your arms down. Lift up your back ribs. And try and flatten your back on the mat a bit more. That's already getting close to torture. Fill up the lungs. Still holding on to the right foot. Fill up the lungs. And exhale until your right leg relaxes. Be heavy. Be heavy. Let go. Let go. So for a lot of people, this is enough. Or you can pick up your left knee. Maybe you interlace your fingers around the left knee. So recently I've got more comfortable with holding onto the foot. So one hand on the foot, one hand onto the knee. But you can interlace the fingers if you like that. The foot slips a tiny bit, and I don't think it matters. But I've just got into the habit of holding the foot. All right, inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. Tell your right leg relax. So let go. And you inhale. Exhale, you tell your left hip, if you're using the left leg, tell the left hip relax. Relax, relax, relax. Inhale. That's your inhalation, that's your collecting your energy. Exhale. Relax the front ribs down to the back ribs. Relax the back ribs down to the floor. All these minute things that we're doing. Add the bit to the stretch. Inhale. Ribs go up to the ceiling. Exhale. Front ribs come down to the floor. Back ribs come down to the floor. Relax the arch of the back. Relax the right leg and the arch of the back. And then one more like that. Inhale. Empty the lungs. Exhale. All right. Let's close up this posture. Pull the knees into the chest. You can do a roll from side to side. You can do a circle. You can do the one that you like. All of it's good. That's just quite a long stretch on the inner thigh. And so I just feel closing it up is the thing to do. All right, feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling. Drop the left knee into the side. The left knee is pointing out to the side. I don't want it over there. So walk the foot up underneath the right thigh. Your knees getting to the middle of the mat. I'm sure it can get there by itself, but your right hand then holds onto the foot and help. And so if you were to lift your head, you're looking straight down at your knee. What's happening with the back? It's all over the face. So just flatten, flatten, flatten. You press your elbows down, lift up your back ribs, move up the mat a little bit. Flatten, flatten, flatten. Fill up the lungs, still holding onto your left foot, fill up the lungs and then exhale. Tell the left leg relax. Oh my goodness. This is total torture. So one side will be different to the other. One side will be easier, one side more intense. If that's enough for you, stay there. If you want to pick up the right knee, either interlace your fingers or it's just your left hand holding the right knee. One of those. All of it's good. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Tell the left leg relax. Oh, tell the left hip relax. Inhale. Empty the lungs. And so if you're holding your right leg, tell the right hip to relax. And you inhale, fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs, exhale, tell the front ribs drop down to the back ribs, and the back ribs down to the floor. And the lower back ribs. And you inhale. And exhale, relax the left leg. Relax the arch of the back. Then relax the abdomen and the arch of the back. And one more like that. Inhale. Exhale, relax the left leg, relax the arch of the back, relax the back of the pelvis. Breathe on. All right, and then knees into the chest. Oh, just hug that in. Hug that in. All right. So here's where I want to use the bolster. If you don't have a bolster, a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, a foam roller, that needs a cushion on it. If you don't have a foam roller, then a couple of books, but they also need a cushion. So you start feet on the floor, knees up to the ceiling, lift up your hips, and move the object underneath the pelvis. So not underneath the lumbar spine, not underneath the bending part of the spine, underneath the pelvic bone, underneath the tail. We're going to do a hip flexor stretch here. So can you straighten the right leg and pull the left knee in? Might need to just adjust a little bit so that you don't tip back too much. So interlace your fingers around the right leg. And you try and let the left leg be heavy. Be heavy. This is a hip flexor stretch. Right here. Fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Tell your right knee be heavy towards the shoulder. Tell your left leg be heavy towards the floor. Inhale. Gathering your energy. Exhale. So maybe just you pull the knee 1 millimeter towards your shoulder. And tell your left leg, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy. And inhale, nice long breathing. Nice long exhalation. Tell the left leg, be heavy, let go, be heavy, be heavy. And inhale. Empty the lungs, exhale. And then one more like that, inhale. Nice long exhalation. And your left leg, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy. So my leg is hovering on the floor, so I've got quite tight hip flexors. But some people have put it nicely relaxed on the floor. All right, let's change sides. So you bring your left knee in, straighten out your right leg. Interlace your fingers around the left knee. That adds a little bit of weight already. Use the breath now. We're going to just stay here, like static things, like concrete. We're not, we're living, breathing things. Inhale. Exhale. So your left knee relax towards the shoulder, and your right leg be heavy. Be heavy, be heavy. And fill up the lungs. Empty the lungs. Relax the left knee towards the shoulder. Relax the right leg towards the floor. Inhale. Empty the lungs. Exhale. So you're getting a little bit of a back bend here as well, not much. The next posture will be the back bend. And fill up the lungs. Inhale. Empty the lungs. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. So your left knee comes towards the left shoulder, another millimeter, and you tell your right leg, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy, be heavy. All right, and both knees into the chest, just to close it off really, just to close up the posture. And now put your feet onto the floor, slide the legs forward. So for some of us, the legs can be straight, that's fine. For some of us, that's much too much of a back bend. So you can have a little bit of a bend in the knee. But make sure your object, your bolster or your blocks are closer to the tailbone and not interfering with the lumbar spine, not interfering. And now you can just lie here. And the nice thing about this is the hips are nice and high, the abdomen is nice and obvious, and so we can watch the breathing here. And so you can let go of any intervening with the breath. You can either have your hands on your belly or your hands up to the side. Go back to normal breathing. Ujjayi is done now. Just step out of the way now and let your breath be normal. Let it go back to doing its own thing. Watch the breath. And then after a few breaths, you realize you haven't stepped out of the way. It's not normal breathing yet, it takes a while. Don't add any sound, don't add any length. Just look at the natural breathing. Look at how the body responds to the breath, how it moves. You can also interlace your fingers, take your arms overhead so you elongate the torso. And now watch the movement of the body responding to the breath. Now watch. What can you feel moving now? Where does the inhalation start? Where's the first feeling? The first movement of the inhalation? And where's the first movement of the exhalation? Find that harder. Bring your arms down by your side, bend one knee, put one foot on the floor, and the other knee and the other foot on the floor. And then one knee into the chest and the other knee into the chest. So this is feet above the heart, mother of class. So your feet go up. Pretty much it. Relax your back, make sure that you'll do a bit of shuffling to make sure that you're nice and secure. And so with your feet up above your heart, above your head, maybe you put a belt there to hold on to your feet, maybe you hold on to your toes, or maybe you're just fine with the feet being there. And if you want to pop up into shoulder stand, you're very welcome to, if you like your shoulder stand. This is pretty much, we want the feet above the heart. We want the feet above the heart, that's what we want them to do. We want to give some love to the circulation system, we want to give some love to the heart, to the veins. Let's help them out a little bit. The blood has made its journey all the way down to the feet and it has to pump right the way up again. So we just help it out with this posture. And if you need relaxation, if you need to de-stress, legs are up against the wall, it's a good posture. It's a good posture, it's a magic posture. Easy breathing, natural breathing. If you're in shoulder stand and you want to take your feet behind the head, you can. Cow pose. People on the back, if you just lean the feet a little bit further over the head, that's quite a nice back of the body stretch. But your upper back is nice and supported, not rounding in any way. Easy breathing. No big fuss about the breathing, no ujjayi. All right, and then bend your knees, roll yourself down, put your feet onto the floor, lift up your hips, move the bolster or move the block, put your knees down, put your bottom down, and knees into the chest and roll from side to side, massage your back. And so for people who have bolsters, can you roll yourself up and can you put the bolster at the top of your mat? And so again, this is going to be just for the thoracic spine, not the lumbar spine. And so your bolster is going to start around about underneath the shoulder blade. Your lumbar spine is completely free. And then for some people, the head will go down onto the bolster, that will be fine. For some people, a little cushion or something. And the nice thing about this posture is gravity is going to come along and just draw you down. Draw the shoulders down. The legs can be straight. The feet can be together. This is called Backbend. But if you do anything else with the legs and they get a little bit fed up, just straighten them. Just straighten them. And now what you're going to do with your exhalation, it's a short exhalation, your breathing now is completely normal again. But notice the nature of the exhalation. Notice that the nature of dialing down, releasing, relaxing, letting go. And with that short natural exhalation, just invite gravity, like a beautiful weighted blanket, to come and draw Lie on you and draw your shoulders down. Let you melt a little bit more, let you release a little bit more. Especially the shoulders. Especially the shoulders. This is a supported version of Matsyasana, fish pose. Chest is nice and high, shoulders are drawn back. And just notice the exhalation, dialing down just a little bit more, dialing down another 1%. Easing the body another 1%. Each exhalation, the body is a little bit easier, a little bit more relaxed. Very nice. Without disturbing yourself too much, can you lift yourself up, take the bolster away, lie yourself flat on your back, let your arms roll out to the side, let your feet just be a little bit more than hip distance apart. Also lift up your back ribs, draw it up the mat a little bit, just to let the front ribs drop down to the back ribs. And if you want to cover your eyes, you can do that. So relaxation. Bring your mind's eye to your toes. Relax your toes. Relax your toes. Relax the soles of the feet. Relax the soles of the feet. Relax the tops of the foot. Relax your ankles. Bring your mind's eye to your ankles. Relax the ankles. Further up the calf muscles, relax your calves. You're touching the floor. Relax the lower leg. Relax the back of the knee. Top of the knee. Relax the knee. And take your mind's eye to your quads, your thighs, your hamstrings. Relax the hamstrings, relax the quads. Relax your glutes. Feel the back of the pelvis on the mat. Just relax the back of the pelvis a little bit more. And the arch of the back, let it sink a little bit more. And the ribs, let them spread, let them sink a little bit more, let them melt a little. The shoulder blades and the shoulders. Bring your mind's eye to your fingers. Relax the fingers, let them just curl a tiny bit. From the palm of the hand, back of the hand. Your wrists, forearms. Relax your elbows and your upper arm. To the shoulders. Shoulders. Relax the head on the mat, let it be heavy. Let it be heavy. Give your neck a break. Relax the skin on the skull. Can you feel the skin on the skull? Relax the skin on the skull. Relax your forehead, relax the brow muscle. Put them away. Relax your smile muscles. Gonna need those. Can you relax the eyeballs in their socket? Relax the jaw. Relax the collarbones. Can you relax the front ribs down to the back ribs? Can you relax the abdomen? Place your fingers, give yourself a stretch. While you're stretching, you can point your toes. Push the heels forward. Flexing and you can point again. And you can flex. You can pull the knees into the chest and you can roll from side to side one more time. You can roll yourself up. Namaste.